welcome back to Pure Lottie. So today's video is a full face of essence, or a full face of using my advent calendar goodies that I got from the advent calendar that's behind me back there. So if you want to see how I created this look and what I think of all the products, then make sure you keep watching. And if you like today's video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up down below because it really helps me out. And if you're new, don't forget to join my family. Hit that subscribe button and change that notification bell to all so you don't miss any of my future videos. Alright, let's jump in. Now we did receive two brow products. We have the brow pencil and we have the Ink Boss brow gel. Now I actually have swatched this and there's just no way I'm going to be able to make this work on my brows. It is extremely runny. It's like almost like water and it leaves behind quite a big stain. I don't think the shade would actually work for me either. It's quite dark. Let me just open it up for you. So this is what it looks like, but that has a lot of product on it already. So I'm not even going to mess with this one here because I know I'm just going to make a mess of my brows otherwise. So I'm going to go in with the brow pencil instead. So this is the Essence Micro Precise Eyebrow Pencil. It's the 1.5mm slim tip waterproof. And this is in the shade a light brown. So first off, I'm just going to brush my brows upwards. And then I'm just going to go in. It's been a long time since I've used a pencil. Yeah, just zoomed you in a little bit more. The slightest pressure. And it is quite pigmented. So this is quite scary. Now, I'm not one that likes the big fluffy brows. I like a brow that looks like neat and tidy, so I will clean this up with concealer afterwards. And I will run my spoolie through it to hopefully reduce a bit of the pigmentation. And because I have none of the rest of my makeup on already, I'm able to clean it up with like a baby wipe as well if I need to. Okay, so this is the brow without versus the brow with. So I'm going to just run the spoolie through it and just try and blend it in a little bit so it doesn't look so harsh. Just like that. It looks a little better, and I will clean it up with the concealer as well. Just gonna go off camera and do my other brow. So first impressions, it's actually quite nice, very pigmented, a lot more pigmented than I actually expected. It was quite easy to go on. It was really smooth and like creamy and glided on quite well. I will say that I did use quite a bit of the product. I didn't expect to have to wind it up so much, but I think that's because it was so soft and creamy. That's why I went through so much, which I would prefer it to be soft and creamy than a hard one. Alright, we're going to go in with the Essence Prime Like a Boss eyeshadow base. So it's this little one here. Let me open it up. But this is the product here. It is like firm. So this is it here. So I'm just going to grab a sponge and I'm going to use this sponge to tap this on. Oh, this texture is not nice at all. Not sure if you're able to see that. Oh, this it feels horrible. Yeah, I think this is silicone based. I think this is actually be quite good for someone who has a lot of oils that comes through on their eyelids. Definitely not a primer that I would purchase again. We'll see how it withstands. That has dried down now completely. It didn't take very long. Definitely don't like this primer. It feels weird on my eyelids. I think it's like a silicone based primer and I'm not really a fan of silicone based ones. It sort of feels like as though it's like tightening my eyelids, but I don't like how it's given me no coverage, so it hasn't covered all the little like veins and spots on my eyelids, which doesn't give me like a bare like base. So now the veins and stuff are going to come through the shadow a little bit. So definitely not my style of primer, but we will see how it goes throughout the day. I've decided I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try this Extreme Shine Plumping Volume Lip Gloss. It is extreme plumping, it says. I had my mother-in-law try it and she said she felt nothing with it. So I'm going to give it a test. I'm going to put it on now though, so that it can work whilst I am doing the rest of my makeup. I forgot to do it before I did my brows and my eye primer. So this is what my lips are looking like to start off with. They're a little bit dry, especially on the sides here, and they are pretty smooth. I mean, I did put on a lip mask last night, so they aren't the worst that they could be, but let's give this gloss a try. I'm super scared because I'm a big baby and I don't like putting things on that sting my lips. So let's hope this doesn't hurt. It smells nice. Okay, that's a really pretty shade. I can feel it already. It's at the moment it feels like a cooling feeling, like you've had like mint or something. It definitely makes my lips look like juicier and like plumper instantly. I love this shade. It is a bit sticky. I'm getting stringies when I put my lips together and then talk. In the center there, so I don't normally like a sticky gloss. I could definitely feel the burning now. It's all over my lips, like tingling. I'm going to start working on my eyes. I'm going to check back in maybe like 5 minutes. So let's keep going with the eyes. Okay, so we're gonna go in with the Don't Worry palette. Don't Worry B palette, and then each of the shades in here have a different name. This is what it looks like. So we're just going to do a neutral look. I think first up we're going to go in with Positive, which is this like nudie brown shade, and I'm going to pop that in my crease, so then I can see what kind of like tone it looks like, and we might go in and deepen it up with Euphoric, the bottom half of Euphoric. But let's grab a brush. Okay, there is quite a bit of kickback in the pan there. I'm not sure if you can see that. So it is quite powdery. Let's pop it on. So I'm going to do the outer corner and into my crease, and I'm going to pack it on first and then I will blend it out. It's actually a lot more pigmented than I expected. I thought it was going to be quite light, even though I'm Casper the Ghost. Okay, that blended really easily, and as I said, it's quite pigmented. It's not the tone that I was looking for though, but there's only a few shades in this. So I'm going to do the other eye, but then we're going to come back and I'm going to deepen it up with Euphoric, the bottom half. Alright, I'm going to go in with the top half of Euphoric, and we're going to deepen it up the outer corner. So I'm just going to do the pack and blend again. This one doesn't have as much kickback in the pan there, but it doesn't seem to be picking up too much product either. So I've had to just swipe in there quite a bit to get this pigment up, and it's not really giving me too much of a payoff either. Bit better, but I was looking for a bit more pigment than this. Okay, quick check-in on the lips. It's been 5 minutes now, and this is what they are looking like. The the burning sensation wasn't as bad as I expected. It didn't get any worse than what it was. It's actually like basically worn off now. I can still feel like the cold feeling, like when air's going on my lips. But other than that, the rest of the burning has stopped. It does look like, I'm looking in my mirror in front of me, it does look like around the outside of my lips is quite red though. So I think it's just, yeah, given me a bit of an irritation around the outside of my lips to make it look fuller and plumper. I think the bottom lip might be a little bit more plumper than normal, but otherwise I don't think it really did too much, if I'm honest. So I'm going to go in with Excited, which is this silver one here, silver shimmer. And I'm actually going to go in with my finger because shimmers always work better on a finger. This is the shade here. And we're going to pop that on the inner half. And of course I'm wearing nails that are too long, so let me grab a brush. It's not as shimmery as I would like it to be. It does have a little bit of kickback in the pan as well. So what I'm actually going to do is, I didn't get a setting spray in this, so I'm just going to use my normal setting spray. It's the COA Finisher Spray. I'm actually going to wet my brush and we're going to see if we can get this shimmer to level up and be like a bit more metallic. It's definitely more pigmented with the wet brush. Still not as blinding as I would normally like choose for myself, because you know your girl loves a sparklies in glitter, but it's still pretty. I think it would be really nice for someone that likes their neutrals and doesn't want anything too like flashy or too out there. Okay, so this is what the eyes are looking like. This video is going up after New Year's, but it definitely would make a really pretty New Year's look. Alright, let's jump in with the eyeliner. So this is the Essence Tiny Tip Liner Waterproof. Now, I'm not the best at eyeliner, so I'm a bit nervous about this, but I am excited to try it at the same time. So I think I'm just going to go with just like a general wing. Okay, so I'm just on one wing there, and actually I found it pretty easy to use. This is like the best drugstore eyeliner that I have tried personally. I haven't tried too many because I'm not the best at eyeliner, so for me, I don't tend to buy them because I know that I'm not great at them. I normally stick with my KVD black satin trooper liner, whatever it's called. But this is actually really, really nice. This is got like a very fine tip, so it's easy to use. It's not super firm at the end, so it is like bendable, so you can get it where you need it. The color is actually quite black. I would say like this isn't like true black. It's not like a grey. It's, yeah, very nice black. It went on super smoothly, super easy. Yeah, I think this has got to be one of the best eyeliners that I have tried. As I said, I'm not a pro at eyeliner, so I don't have many to judge it against. But yeah, I definitely like it. We will see how it holds up throughout the day though. Okay, now I didn't get any mascara or lashes in the advent calendar, but I am going to still put some on. So I do have an Essence mascara here, which I do like. It is the Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. I do really like this one. I have got a lot of my friends to use this one here. This is a brand new one that I had in my collection. So I'm going to pop this on and I'm going to show you what it looks like from one side to the other before I pop on false lashes, just so you can see. I do want to put on false lashes because with this kind of look I would definitely be wearing falsies, but I didn't get any, so I'm going to just use my tried and trusty Glam Geo lashes in Coven. I've been using these ones for months, so I absolutely love them. So let's show you what this does. Okay, so this is one coat here. It is hard to see, but my lashes are very like droopy on this eye, like facing down, versus this one has now given me a curl. It's definitely given me the length versus like this one. I really don't have much lashes. And that is just with one coat. So I'm gonna go back in and do a second coat. Okay, so this is the second coat there. So you can see like the difference. It definitely looks like a natural sort of falsy look. It is nice and black as well, which is normally why I use mascara, is to make my blonde lashes black so they blend in with whatever falsies I wear. Okay, so that is the mascara done. I really do like how it like separates the lashes, gives length and a little bit of volume as well, and it adds like a really nice curl to my lashes. So yeah, I really love this. As I said, this was already in my collection, so I'm really happy with this product and I definitely would purchase that one again. I'm just gonna go off camera and I'm gonna pop on my lashes and I will come back to do the base with you guys. Okay, so I've done my falsies off camera, so this is what it is looking like. Now, so far I have already had a little bit of issue with the eyeliner. I have this with almost every eyeliner. A little bit did transfer up here. I'm not sure if it's because I opened my eye before it was dry or whether it did just transfer once it was dry. So I've fixed it up, but I'm going to keep an eye on it. It normally happens because I do have hooded eyes, so it normally transfers along the middle there where you would put like a graphic liner. So we'll see how it goes throughout the day. So let's go in with some primer. I've got the Essence Poreless Party Primer, mattifying and blurring with niacinamide, and it won't plug pores, it says. So let's give this a try. So this is what the product looks like. It's sort of like watery but thick at the same time. It says it's going to be mattifying and blurring. It's a bit tacky, so let's... Oh, it's a bit perfumed as well. I'm not a huge fan of like perfumed primer. So let's go in and pop this on. I think I used too much. Oh, I'm not a fan of this smell. It's very flowery, and I'm not a huge like floral scented person. I prefer something like sweet, like vanilla or caramel sort of smell, or fruity, not floral. Okay, I think it is all dried down now. Feels like it. It's not like tacky at all now that it's dried down. I can definitely feel it on my face, but it doesn't feel as bad as it did when I was first applying it. So I'm interested to see how this works. Now, I don't really have an issue with like oils coming through. I'm not an oily skin type. I'm more of a combination to normal skin type. But I do have hot flushes from my chemical menopause. So that's normally why I really need like a good primer, good foundation, like good base, basically everything, to withstand all of my hot flushes. So I am going to put this to the test, but let's jump in with the foundation. So this one is the Essence Stay All Day 16 Hour Long Lasting Foundation. It says it's transfer and waterproof, free from silicones, microplastic particles and oils, and it's in the shade 2 Soft Ivory. So let's open it up. Okay, it's like a nice little pump container here. Oh, it is super runny. It is like almost water. So I am very nervous about this. I'm going to just go in with a beauty blender because this is what I tend to use for most of my foundations. So I want to compare it with sort of what I would normally use. Shade's not like too bad. It is a little bit yellow. I'm more of like a pinker undertone, but it's not terrible. It's definitely something I can make work. This has quite a strong scent to it as well. I didn't know whether it was my sponge or this, but it's definitely this. Okay, it definitely builds, but it's not giving me like a lot of coverage. This is what it looks like. On camera up there, it definitely looks better than it does in my mirror here. It's a lot more yellow in person than it is on the camera. I'll be looking forward to seeing what the footage actually looks like when I play it back. Okay, I use like 2 or 3 pumps just to get that amount of coverage. So I would have to go in with quite a bit if I want full coverage. I'm gonna stop at that much coverage because I don't mind a little bit peeking through, like my freckles and stuff. I don't mind that peeking through. I just like to hide all of like my redness in my cheeks and stuff because of my hot flushes. So without makeup, like I basically look like a tomato. So that's pretty much what I like to cover. So I'm gonna have to get a few more pumps. Just did another 3. So let's do this side of my face. Okay, I totally just got that really close to my eye. And I think a little bit got in and it really stinks. So don't get it near your eye. All up, I did end up having to use like, I think maybe 8 pumps in total to do my whole face. It is super watery though, so I will say that. It's sitting on my face quite nicely actually. Looks sort of like skin, not like super makeup-y, which is good. It is settling into my fine lines already. So I'm gonna have to set it down. But otherwise, besides the color, I think it looks pretty good. I'm interested to see how it will hold up though. So I'm gonna go in with my concealer now. Now this is the only product that is an essence. This is the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer and this is in the shade RN1. Now I did get to give a like wish list to my mother-in-law and she chose a high-end product out of it so that I could have like a bigger item to open up just before Christmas. So yeah, let's see what this is like. This has been one that I've been wanting to try for a while now. I do like the doe foot applicator of it. It's like a triangle with the hole in the middle here so that it will pick up quite an amount of product. Just going to place it on my usual spots that I would. It is very thin, so let's see if this will be enough coverage. This color is like perfect for like brightening. Okay, so this is what the concealer looks like. The colors don't really match because the foundation is more of like a yellow undertone, whereas the concealer is more of like a natural or neutral undertone. So far, I do like it. It definitely covered the darkness that I had going on in my inner corners. It was very thin as well, so it doesn't really feel like as though I put like an extra layer underneath my eyes, which is good. I'm interested in trying that with my trusty like foundation and setting powder to see how it goes. We're gonna set this down with the Light Beige Essence Mattifying Compact Powder, and I'm just going to use like a powder puff to set it all down. Okay, so I have set down this side of my face so far. I have not done that side yet. This powder has pigment to it, unfortunately, so it has covered up any of the brightening areas, so you can see like this still looks quite brightened, whereas this just like blends in with my foundation now because it has pigment, so it's covered up the concealer. So not the type of powder that I like to use. I normally like to use a translucent one and one that's not going to cover up where I have lightened. So let's pop it on the other side. Now that's all powdered down. Now on camera it looks pretty decent. However, in person it is extremely powdery. It's settling into like my little smile lines and stuff already. It did lift some of the foundation, or maybe even the concealer actually, because that's where I placed the concealer. But right there is missing like a patch already. definitely covered up any brightening, so it wasn't worth doing like the concealer for brightening. Not how I would like it to sit on my face, but I can't feel it there. I don't like the pigment, and I don't like how, yeah, powdery it is looking now. It's looking quite heavy, and yeah, like I've just put a ton of makeup on my face when I haven't. All right, let's see if we can save this. We're gonna go in with the Mosaic Compact Powder. This is in Sunkissed Beauty, so I'm going to use this as a like bronzer, and I'm just going to swirl it around and hope that there's enough pigment in this to give me some bronzer. Okay, so this is what it's looking like. Not much pigment at all, unfortunately. I think I would need to go the next shade up, and I am like Casper the Ghost, so for it to not really show up on me, I don't know who it's really meant for then, because yeah, it's not really showed up very much at all. On camera, it looks a bit better than in person. In person, it sort of just looks like my foundation, and I did have to like pack on heaps to try and get it to show up. The full head doesn't look too bad actually, but this has a really strong smell. I can't even really tell what it is. It's almost like a tanning lotion or a sunscreen sort of smell. It's not nice. It's very, very strong. Very, very strong. This has been the strongest smelling product so far, I think. Yeah. All right, let's go in with some blush. We're going to use Essence the blush in Breathtaking. Now, I've actually used Essence blush before, and I do really like them. So I'm happy to have one back in my collection. All right, hopefully this isn't too pigmented, because I picked up quite a bit. Right, let's put some on the other side too. So I'm worried about it being too pigmented. This is such a pretty blush color, not brush. How pretty is that? This is stunning. I really like this color for me and my skin tone. It's super easy to like blend out as well, and it's definitely matte, so there's no like sparkle or shimmer in it that I can see. I can't even see any in the pan either, so I think it would be a really good like matte blush if you are looking for matte ones. Okay, that blush so far has been the winner of everything. I've loved that one. All right, let's go ahead, and I'm gonna set my face, but I'm just gonna use my normal finisher spray because I didn't get a setting spray in the Fullface, and I don't think, yeah, I've only got Milani, MAC or this one, so I'm just going to use this one because this is what we used on the eyes as well, and I'm just going to set my face. Okay, so we're going to go in with this highlighter. It's the 20th birthday edition, the Essence Make Beauty Fun highlighter. It's a really pretty like ombre one. It is in the shade Happiness Shines Within, and now that most of my setting spray has set in, I've just literally done like a swirl around all the colours. I'm going to tap off any excess because I don't want too much, and we're just going to pop it on the high points of my face here. Alright, let's go in with a little bit more. It's really pretty, very subtle, until you pick up more. So if you want more subtle, tap off your brush heaps. If you don't want subtle, then just tap it off a little bit. I like to be seen from space, so I'm going in with a bit more than what most people would use. Now remember, highlighter does enhance any texture on your face, so if you have lots of texture you don't want to enhance, then I would skip this step. Or go in with more of like a liquid highlighter that tends to not show as much texture as like a powder one would. So that's on my nose, and we'll little bit on the lip as well. I'm just swirling this around, so I'm getting like a bit of the pink and a bit of the gold on here. That's actually a really, really pretty color. I actually really, really like that highlighter. It's very smooth, very buttery, blended so seamlessly. And yeah, I can definitely be seen from space with this, so I'm very happy about that. Okay, so now we've got 2 lippies here, so I'm going to try both of them on and see which one looks best. I'm just going to wipe off the excess of this lip plumper. It's completely worn off now. About say 15-20 minutes in, I stopped feeling anything. Let's go in with the nude lip first, because I think I want to do the red lip. But I'm going to try the nude lip first and see what that looks. So we're going to go in with the Essence Soft and Precise Lip Pencil. It says it's long lasting. This is in the shade My Advice. So it's a nude pencil. And we're just going to line the lips. Okay, so this is what the lip liner looks like, just with the outside lined. The lip liner is definitely like very stiff when you first open it, so the more you warm it up and line your lips, the softer and creamier it becomes. I'm going to go in with the lipstick now. So I'm going in with the Hydra Matte 404 Virtue Rose. I forgot how pretty these are. They look so pretty. Okay, so this is what the nude lips look like. So very pretty, but definitely something that I would wear if I had a really colourful like eye look on. But because I've got more of a neutral look on, I want to go with a colourful lip. So we're going to take it off and we're going to do the red. The lipstick did go on super smoothly, by the way. Very nice, very creamy, and it wasn't too strong of a smell. There is like, it's like more of like a like crayon or a paint smell to it. Alright, I'm going to go in with the red lip liner. So this one is in Fierce. Okay, so this is what the lip liner looks like when I've just done the outside. Alright, I've just filled in my full lips. And we're now going to go in with the lipstick. So this is 406 Terrific, and it's the really pretty red one. Okay, so this is what the red lips look like. I think it looks really pretty. But what I'm going to actually do is, because I really want it to be like a bit more like glossy, so I'm actually going to go back in with the plumping gloss and just pop that over top, and hopefully it doesn't ruin the colour too much. It's just making it like redder in my opinion. Okay, so I think those lips definitely match the eye look quite a bit. I forgot my lower lash line and my inner corner, so let's just quickly do that. I'm just gonna grab the same brush that I had before, and I think I might go in with, let's go in with Euphoric again, the bottom half, the deeper brown. And I'm just gonna look up. We're just going to place that on my lash line and blend it out. Alright, for the inner corner, I've just wet my brush again, and I'm going to go in with You, which is this one here. It's more of like a beigey shimmer. I'm going to pop that on the inner corner and on the brow bone. And I just used the same setting spray from before to wet my brush. Okay, so this is the finished look using the full face of my goodies from my advent calendar. It is basically a full face of Essence minus the concealer. So this is what it is looking like. I think it came together actually quite nice. I really like this combination, and I think it would definitely make like a really good New Year's look, or just like a smoky like going out look. I definitely think it needed the red lip, just because I love my color, and because I've done neutral on my eyes, I really wanted to do a bright color on my lips. So I'm going to do a wear test, so I will do a few check-ins, hopefully in about like 4 hours time, and then hopefully just before bed. I'll need to take this off around about 8-9 p.m. tonight, so yeah, hopefully that is a full 8 hours of wear time for you guys. But yeah, I really like how it did turn out. I will give you my final impressions of all the products once we see how everything wears, so I will see you back here in about 4 hours. Hey guys, quick check-in. We're about 5 hours in now, so just over the halfway mark for the wear test. This is what my makeup is looking like 5 hours in. So straight off the bat, obviously the lips have worn off. I have been eating and drinking because it's been 5 hours, so I had lunch and stuff. There is, like, the lip liner is still on the very outer edge of my lips. You can still see that, but otherwise it's pretty much worn off. It has sort of stained where I'm a bit drier here. I just zoomed you in a little bit more so you can sort of see along there it's a bit more stained, like it's stuck to my dry patch on my lips. What else can I say? The base is looking quite good for 5 hours. It has like settled around my nose and into my smile lines here, but I will say most of my foundations do settle in eventually at some point. So for 5 hours, I'm pretty impressed with how the base is looking. I still don't like the color of the foundation. I think it's a bit too yellow based for me. The eyes, I think they're looking pretty perfect, like as though I've just done them still. Same with the brows. I think everything is really looking good. The lipstick wasn't a long lasting lipstick or anything, so I expected the lipstick to wear off. I would be happy to wear this at 5 hours in. It's still looking really, really good. Hey guys, so we're at 9 p.m. now, so I think we're about 8.5 hours in now on the wear test. This is gonna be my last check-in because it is late and I want to take my makeup off and get ready for bed. So this is what the makeup is looking like after 8.5 hours worth of wear. Alright, so having a closer look, the base makeup has definitely gone into like all my smile lines and stuff now. It's settled on any texture, so I've got a bit of a dry patch here from my pimple and one up here in my brow as well, and it's definitely settled around it. Not sure if you can see. You can see exactly where the pimple was. It's definitely all bunched up and creasing around my nose now. Overall, it's not too bad for 8.5 hours. I think it still looks pretty decent for being on for that long. A little bit of foundation has worn off around my mouth, but I have eaten lunch and dinner since this makeup is on, so that I would put down to that. And if you just grab like a little puff with the leftover powder, could just tap that back in. I'm just gonna try tapping this back in. Okay, even though it has settled like in my lines and stuff there, I was able to tap that back out and it looks pretty good. So I'm pretty impressed with that. Eyeshadow, yeah, no like real creasing or anything like that. I do have the tiniest bit of transfer from the eyeliner just here. Right there, and that is normally where I do get transfer. I normally get it like along here the whole way, so I'm pretty impressed that it's only a tiny bit, and it has been 8.5 hours now, so I would expect that from my other eyeliners too. Okay, so the lip plumper, it definitely didn't hurt. I was being a big baby for nothing. I mean, it was tingly, yes, but it didn't hurt. I really like the color of this though. It's not painful at all. It's more of just like a cool feeling. So pretty impressed with that. The Brow Like a Gloss ink gel, I didn't put that on my brows, but I have swatched it on my arm, and yeah, I didn't like this at all. So that is a no from me. The eyeshadow primer, I didn't like how this felt on my eyes. Once I put the eyeshadow on, it actually was quite fine, and the eyeshadow covered all of my veins and everything on my eyelids, so I'm pretty impressed with this. I definitely would use it again, but I'm interested in getting my mother-in-law to try it on her really oily eyelids, because I think this might be a good one for really oily eyelids. So that one's more of like a maybe. The foundation, I'm actually pretty impressed with this. If this was the correct color, I think I definitely would use it again. I think to use this, I probably need a tan because it does pull a little bit with a yellow or orangey undertone. So I might keep it for when I'm doing tans, but I definitely wouldn't like go and purchase this over my Ride or Die foundation. So that one's more of like a maybe. The primer, I mean, the base still looks pretty good, so I'm pretty impressed with the primer as well. Again, I wasn't a huge fan when I first put it on. Once it dried down, it felt fine though. So I'm gonna pop this in the maybe pile as well. The highlighter is definitely going in the yes pile for me. I really liked it. I love how pretty and like sparkling and blinding it is. It is very like glittery though, so do not pick this one up if you have textured skin and you don't want it to show the texture, because it is more of like a glittery formula. Like I can see the glitter like particles on my cheeks. So this is yes from me. The bronzer, I do wish I had a bit of a deeper shade, but I'm interested in trying this out on my normal foundation that doesn't have like a yellow undertone and see if it is the correct shade with that foundation. But I'm pretty impressed with that. I mean, you can see it on my forehead. It still looks really nice. I just prefer it to be a little bit deeper because I had to go in with a lot of product to build it up to get it to like this. But I definitely would repurchase that again. The powder. No, big fat no for me. Powder is one of my things that I really struggle to find. So there's only 2 setting powders that I actually like that I've tried, and this is definitely not one of them. This was very, it made my face like really cakey and very like powdery. I really didn't like it at all, and it didn't really set it in place either. I mean, it stopped it from being like tacky, but it didn't really stop it from going anywhere. The blush, big fat yes from me. Absolutely loved this shade as well, so I'm definitely going to keep reusing that. This little mini palette. I'm not one for neutrals, but I think this is a really, really cute palette, and I think it would be really nice if you're just like traveling, or if you're a neutral girly. I mean, you can pop this in your bag and do a look in your work bathroom or wherever you are. It's so small, so cute, and yeah, it's pretty good. The mattes didn't give off as much pigment as I was hoping, and the shimmers, I definitely did have to wet the brush to get them to show up more. But I'm still pretty impressed with it for such a small palette, and it was like a steal. It was a really good price, so I'm pretty impressed with it. So I'm gonna say that is a yes from me as well. The Essence mascara, this wasn't in the advent calendar, but this is a big fat yes from me. I love this product, and I already have multiple in my drawers. Okay, the brow pencil. I'm actually pretty impressed with the brow pencil. I do really like it. I'm used to doing a stamp now. That is the only difference, but I really like the shade for me. It has stayed there all day, and I have kept touching my brows. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with it. I do really like it, and I would definitely get this one again. So that's a yes. Lip liners, I'm gonna say no for these 2, unfortunately. And the reason for that is because they were really, really rough and like tugged on my lips to start with. You really had to go in and warm them up a lot before they started getting like creamy and smooth. I do prefer more of a formula that is a bit more creamy and smooth. On the other side though, this did stick on my lips quite a bit more than what my normal lip liners do, and my normal lip liners are a bit more creamier, so I guess by not having the creamy factor, it does last longer. but I prefer comfort over something that's long lasting these days. So it's a no from me. The lipsticks, I absolutely love the packagings of these. This is a big fat yes from me. I really liked it. They were smooth, they were creamy, they were really nice. They weren't drying or anything like that. Both the shades as well that I got are really stunning, so I'm really happy to have these in my collection. The last Essence product is the eyeliner, and this is going to be a yes from me as well. So I normally buy the KVD liner, but I'm going to start buying this one. I've actually run out of my black liner already, so this came in perfect timing. This is so much cheaper than the KVD one, and I swear it is like the same product. It looks just as good, if not better. And the Lucky Last product was a high-end product. It is the Natasha Denona Concealer. I am gonna pop this in the maybe pile at the moment because I really need to try it with my Ride or Die base products to really know if I do like it. So far I do like it, but I really want to see what it's like when I try it with my favorites, because it is creasing underneath my eyes quite a bit than what my normal concealer would do, and it is a little bit, like, it's quite thin. I'm used to more of like a thicker concealer, but I'm going to definitely keep trying it. So that's in my maybe pile. So we have 4 products in my no pile, 4 products in my maybe, and the rest is all in my yes pile. Hey guys, so I am jumping in. It is the 5th of Jan. It's actually 6:30 p.m. right now. I wanted to jump in before I posted this video and give you an update. I have tried this foundation again for a second time. Currently wearing it right now. I put it on this morning probably around 8:30. It is now 6:30 p.m. as I said. Now I did use my Ole Henriksen primer, my Center of Attention Cosmetics setting powder, the One Size Beauty concealer, and the Center of Attention Cosmetics setting spray. With the foundation today, and I did actually use the bronzer and the blush too with this look here, but I wanted to give it a try with my normal products, and I actually spent a day at a resort today with my friend in Mandurah, so it's been on all day. It was about 32 degrees today, and there also was some strong winds this afternoon. So I was wearing sunnies, I was wearing a hat all day, and I was in and out of the pool, in and out of the spa, you know, chilling by the pool as well. So this is what the foundation is looking like. So it's been like 10 hours since I applied this, and that's what it's looking like. Now right here it has rubbed off, and you can see my redness peeking through. That's because that's where my sunnies sit, is right there. So that's why that is there. I have popped up with a pimple right underneath my nose, so that's why that is looking red. And I have a little bit missing on my chin there, but I think I kept touching it because I would get water there or something, and I would, like, you know, quickly sweep it off or something. I did also eat like breakfast and lunch as well. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with this. I really wanted to put it to the test, and I thought going to a resort where I was in the water would be good, because it does say that it's transfer and waterproof, long lasting 16 hours. And I'm pretty impressed. I think if I could get the right color for my skin tone, then I would actually use this quite often. I'm still gonna use it, I think, even though it's the wrong color, because like I had my shirt like up and then nobody could tell that it was not the right color whilst I was in the pool and in the sun, so I didn't get sunburned, because, you know, Casper the ghost here. But yeah, I'm really impressed with it, because everywhere else it has stayed. Like even like where I had my hat, there's little bits missing. Like it's not as full coverage there, but I'm really impressed with it. So I wanted to do a second update for you guys on this, just so you can have like a full true outside all day wear test. So that is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like me to do any more of these type of videos, and if there's a brand in particular you would like me to try, let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, hit the like button down below, because that really helps me out. And if you're new, don't forget to join my family. Hit that subscribe button and change that notification bell to all, so you don't miss any of my future videos. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. Bye!